Hey everyone, this is Chris, your friendly neighborhood Minnesota comic geek, with another video that I'm going to show you guys some of the recent pickups after a day of hitting up several different local comic shops here in Minnesota. But before we get into it, I would ask that if you enjoy this type of comic book related content, please give the video a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future videos. And if you enjoy talking comics, then comment below. Okay, so last weekend I went around and hit up a couple local comic shops here in Minnesota. First being Rock Hopper Comics and Cards over in New Hope, Minnesota, and picked up a few books. Managed to pick up a copy of Adventure Man Ghost Lights #1 by Terry Dodson. I love Terry Dodson's artwork. He just has a fantastic style, and I enjoy the creator-owned Adventure Man series that he does. I picked up another copy of the second printing of Battle Chasers #10, the long-awaited return of the Battle Chasers comic. Excellent cover, second printing. So yeah, picked that up. And this one, I was surprised to find that they still had a copy, because I know this is actually the second copy of this book that I've picked up from Rock Hopper, actually. But I absolutely love this Adam Hughes cover. In terms of like iconic Adam Hughes sexiness covers, like this is like an instant classic for me. It is for artists out there. This pose is subtly difficult to get to look right, and Adam Hughes absolutely nails it. But yeah, it's the foil cover. Like it's a beautiful book, beautiful cover. Love it. Glad to get a second copy of it. My next stop was to Source Comics and Games over in Roseville, Minnesota. They didn't have too much that I saw that I wanted. I actually just picked up this one book, X-Force #25, the Fatal Attractions event in the 90s that features the sweet hologram on the cover. This book, specifically the hologram, hits right to my 90s collecting time and growing up. The hologram harkening back to the Marvel series trading cards and the exclusive hologram cards. So awesome. I love this book. For any Greg Capullo fans out there, definitely want to make sure you have a copy of this book in your collection. He was nearing the end of his X-Force run, and this was a fantastic book to have. Then I stopped into Comic Book College over in Roseville, is where I stopped in to pick these books up. I was just kind of on a random kick, and you'll see the books in a little bit, the ones that I was kind of primarily there for. But I'm late to the last Ronin party, so I've been trying to find the back issues wherever I can, as kind of one of the goals for searching at different shops. Managed to find issue #2 at this comic shop, so happy to get that. I think I have now issues 2, 4, and 5, so I just need 1 and 3. Always happy to fill in a missing issue in my Scud Universe collection. Got this #8 for $4. Pretty happy about that. It's in actually pretty good condition. Managed to pick up this Uncanny X-Men number 600, the Jean Grey action figure variant cover. Again, pretty happy about that. It was $6.50 for this book. Not a terrible price for the action figure variant. Even though this book, being a Miles Morales fan, and a fan of the What If series of comics, happy to kind of come across this one and looking forward to reading the story. It was not $35. If it was originally $35, then it has had a serious crash in prices, because this little blue marker on the board here meant that I got this book for $3, which not a bad deal for less than cover price on a relatively new modern book. These next books, these orange stickers, were for a deal that they have of back issues for. It was 10 books for $20. So essentially these are all $2 a book. Found this X-Men number 243. I believe it's one of, if not the first appearance of Mr. Sinister on the cover. So good book to pick up. Picked up X-Men number 1 during the House of X era of X-Men comics, done by Pepe Larraz. Hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. It's tough when you've only ever read it. Anyways, I love his artwork. He's one of the best modern artists going these days. If you don't know him or haven't bought or read any of the X-Men books that he's drawn, I highly recommend finding them in the back issue bins and picking them up, because they are fantastic. Always happy to pick up this book in particular, X Factor number 92. Again, part of the Fatal Attractions event. The hologram Havoc on the cover. This book actually has some key significance, given that it's the first appearance of Exodus in the Marvel Universe. I imagine he will probably have a future role in the MCU. So again, if you guys are out there searching the dollar bins and you come across this and you are into speculating, this would be a good book to pick up on the cheap now. I just like it because I always love Joe Quesada books, artwork. Anytime I come across this book for $1 or $2, I pick it up. Picked up another copy of X-Force 25, again, just to bolster the collection, and love this book. Avengers Children's Crusade number 3 of 9. If you haven't read this miniseries, I would recommend it, because it takes place after the House of M and the Avengers disassembled Wanda losing her mind, and the young Avengers trying to find her, essentially. It's a fun miniseries with outstanding artwork from Jim Cheung. Again, he's one of my favorite modern artists going these days. Always happy to add more copies from this miniseries to my collection, because I love his artwork. This one, Uncanny Avengers number 1, was just picking it up purely for the fact that it's a number 1 issue, and it's a hole in my collection, because I'm not necessarily a John Cassidy artwork fan, but so I didn't buy this book when it originally came out, but it's a number 1, happy to pick it up. Black Cat number 1, J. Scott Campbell cover. Always happy to pick up books that feature his artwork, because unfortunately he's purely just a cover artist these days, so it's tough to justify spending $5 on a book just for the cover artwork and not caring about the story or the character on the inside. When it comes to books like this and picking it up purely for artwork, the cover artwork, I try to limit it to dollar bin pickups, which in this case, $2. More than happy to do that. Then they had a couple copies of Death Metal, the Death Metal miniseries by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. These are fantastic books, a fun, good miniseries with, again, outstanding artwork by Greg Capullo. And then last one, giant size little Marvel Avengers vs. X-Men by Scotty Young. It's part of the recent Secret Wars miniseries that tied into the overall Secret War miniseries books. I love the Scotty Young baby Marvel character covers. I've loved those for a long time. This is even better because it's a full penciled comic by Scotty Young featuring all of these baby characters. It's a fun story. If you haven't read it, definitely should pick it up. Again, you can find these books in the dollar bins. Case in point, all the books that I just showed you can find in the dollar bins at comic shops or at conventions. Definitely pick a good pickup if you love Scotty Young like I do. So yeah, that was kind of a recent comic book haul. I think all told, I probably paid somewhere in the round of like $60-ish, $70-ish for everything. But yeah, let me know. Do you like these kinds of videos showing just recent purchases, seeing what other collectors are picking up, things that other collectors, comic readers like, and why they like them? Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you like, again, these kinds of videos where it's just kind of showing recent comic book hauls? Well, with that, I will end this video, and before I go, thanks for watching. And again, if you enjoyed this type of comic book related content, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And lastly, comment below and let's talk some comics. Thanks for watching.